Live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
All right, what up, everyone? It is Garrett from Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show. Welcome as I take a sip. Dunkin Latte Lounge. It is cold, not hot. I almost spit it all out and it would have been a mess. All right, Mia, Jay, welcome to the Dunkin Lounge. How are you?
Good. I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, thank you. I'm caffeinated. I can tell you that. I'm ready
Listen,
to go.
that's what you need to be.
Now, the cool thing about the Dunkin Lounge, if you're unfamiliar, is we introduce people that are unfamiliar to new artists. Like, this is your platform. Like, my job is just pretty much to tee it up and let's learn about you. The cool thing is you grew up a Dunkin girl.
Absolutely. I'm from New York. Dunkin'
I know
Donuts. Where's
Harlem. That's what I
that?
wanted to
Oh,
talk about.
world.
Born and like, are you still in Harlem now, or
I am indeed. Yep.
See,
I am
it's funny.
still-
A lot of artists too, especially as they're starting out, they're like, you know what? I gotta go. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta get out. I gotta move to Montana and record and get inspiration there. So to be at home, I mean, you're a Broadway head just like myself. You're an artist. I love the fact that in your bio you even call yourself Moody.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All the feels. There's lots of feels at all times.
If you don't have New York written all over you, I don't know what
That's
is.
the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. Thank you. But yeah, I always found that funny because a lot of, I think I was very fortunate that I grew up in New York, right?
Right.
So,
Likewise.
exactly. So it was all these things that we wanted to do were super accessible to us. But I never got the whole I'm gonna move out and go somewhere else. I'm like, yo, we live in the best city in the world. Where are you going?
Yeah,
Like,
the leave it to make it mentality of like, why am I going to leave to make it somewhere else to come back to make it when I could just start here?
here, yeah. And so much of I'm an uptown girl through and through. And so
Right.
for me, so much of my inspiration comes from a neighborhood and comes from like the memories and the songs that I write about, the memories I have are like, places I see all the time. It's not some like far off mystical land. It's like 2 stops away from me now, So it's like I feel like that gives it a really authentic authentic vibe and really permeates the authenticity through my songs. Because it's something I lived and still do live very much so.
Well, it's interesting too, because you think about that. Like, what if Jay Z, grew up in like, Jacksonville, Florida?
Right?
Would he still have that same vibe that and swag that he has now? Like, it's interesting just to see what your surroundings are and how that relates to what you put your voice on a track, which is just so interesting. Want to talk about how music, because you see it a lot, but you don't see that transition of just your love for Broadway, which is which I'm sure you could outdo me on the Broadway side.
I sure could.
Yeah, I'm not going to even test it.
Thank you.
But you see a lot of people that do Broadway and love Broadway and passion, and like, I'm going to be a singer, but they can't get out off of that Broadway thing where it's like
hard.
you
It's
sound like, how many times have you heard that in your
all
career?
the time. All the time. And it's funny because a lot of people that don't know me originally, they didn't know I did theater. But I'm like, my biggest thing is like the studio was like, that was my biggest obstacle, was the fact that you can record things and do them over and over again and change it. Broadway, it's one and done. You either hit that note or like you gotta go, boom.
Make it or break it.
Yeah. And so, it has allowed me a little more, I guess, a little more grace in my practice and a little more grace in what I do as an artist, that I'm like, I'm not under the like, God, I hope I get it, time step and 2 and 4. Like, it's a little different. And it's also really cool that it's my story and it's my show. It's like, it's as if I wrote my own play.
There's no director going, can you do that again? And
absolutely. There's no, exactly, like, I'm not getting the character, like I am the character.
So let's talk about living in New York and just that recording and where you're pulling from when you're writing. Like, obviously reading up a lot about you too. It's like becoming it's almost like an open book in the sense where, like, is there anything you're like, I need to hold on to that for myself, or you know what, all fair in love, writing and singing?
I feel like if you're gonna take the chance and date an artist, you have signed a liability to get written about. I'm sorry. Like, I won't say your name, I'll give you that. But
Well, you need some mystique. I
you
mean,
know, yeah,
you
I
know,
won't say your name, but like, I want you to be like driving in your car, listening to Z100 that comes across. You're like, did she just? I'm like, yes, I did. That was about you, just so you know.
yeah, but then you get the Olivia Rodrigos who do that, who play that role, and then their exes are like, nope, that's me right here. Look how
Exactly.
famous I
Like, I know
am.
that's gonna be the thing now. We're gonna be like, no, it wasn't you. It wasn't about you. Wrong one. But I definitely think that there are certain things that I absolutely will keep to myself. But I feel like me being so much of an open book plays into so much of my fan base with my shows. Like, a lot of it is really conversational. A lot of it, I want it to feel very like loungy singer vibes, because like that's kind of who I am as a person. You know what I mean? So like, I don't want my performance to then jump into something completely different. Like
Which do you get a lot from? Yeah, I mean, your love for
Broadway.
Andy
Yeah, it's
Stone
very
and
much.
Broadway and Erica Badu. Because describing that, like I went exactly there too, and knowing that you are connected to those artists as fans, it's just
Yeah.
interesting to see you taking your own course with that.
Absolutely, yeah. These people like influence me so much, especially like the conversational nature of like how Erica performs and how like Amy performed. I feel like it has to be personable, and I feel like I don't connect to music that's not like that, so I wouldn't expect someone else not to. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's got to be real, and I don't, salute to all those other artists. Like, I'm very amazed when people can just come out and be like a shiny, like put together, like
It's
I
just a
have
facade. It's a
I have
facade.
days like everyone, and I haven't. I feel like if I hide some of the facade, y'all won't see me with a bad hair day. But other than that,
Aside from that,
aside from
never,
the hair, my
you
hair
will
and my
not
nails
catch
will be
me.
done. I might be a little sad, but my hair and my nails will be done. But I think that it just makes it real, and the realer you are, I feel like that's what a lot of music I feel like sometimes can be missing, is that authenticity. And like, someone's like, yo, that happened to me. Like, I got my heart broken. I'm like, yeah, we all did, girl. We write about it, sing about it. We all got it.
How awesome is it? Like, what's the vibe? Because you have played pretty much every place in New York City that I've been to on the other side, not on the stage, but as
Yeah.
just a fan of music. And some nights I remember, some I don't.
Absolutely.
But there's that vibe of just these intimate clubs. And is this one of those things where you'll hold on to for the rest of your life? And when you hit a stage like the Beacon or Madison Square Garden, knock on wood, or the Barclays, you remember those nights at SOBs or
Absolutely. Like, SOBs was one of my greatest performances. And it was one of my biggest performances at the time. I remember when I booked it, I was like, wait, what is SOBs? Like, they have so many of my fake IDs, and that's it. I'm certain of it. And I would one day love to see them again. But
what would you say? Because like once you get to that level where you play these big
yeah,
places, and fans, and let's be honest, most of those fans, that's all they know. They don't know
yeah.
about these places that, like, to many are just a hole in the wall. They drive by them, walk by them all the time, and not realize what great music is inside. How would you describe a place like that, like SOBs, pianos too, for
Oh,
God's sake,
yeah, yeah, of
um,
course.
to those that will never see the inside of the walls of those types of places, only because they're not there. That's not where they go. They go to
Right.
the big marquees.
Man, how would I describe it? I feel like that's my heartstrings. You know what I mean? Like, those places are my heartstrings. Like,
Right.
pianos, like I remember all those gigs that you talk about. It's so funny when you say that. I was like, I remember being so insanely excited when I booked those gigs. Because those are places you partied at, places you went to go see people.
I
And it's like,
partied
wow,
at.
yeah, if you listen, those margaritas and pianos, God bless them. But there really are, they're my foundation and they're my heartstrings. I feel like we spend so much time like always trying to hit goals and reach goals that you forget like you've already hit the goal, like goals that I never thought I'd play SOBs. Like, I never thought that was
Right.
never in my like headspace. And so like, when someone would ask me about it, I'd be like, yeah, that's what makes me up. Like, all the things that you're gonna see, and we're gonna speak it into existence, all the things you will see at Madison Square
Exactly.
Garden.
There we go.
All the things you're gonna see at the Grammys. I want everyone to know, like, no, that was that girl who drinks Jameson needs, and she sang her ass off at pianos. And like, that's the kind of thing that it really makes up who I ultimately am as an artist.
Now, I want to ask an artist like yourself because it's interesting because you're on both sides. I mean,
Yeah.
you see what the the top of the game right now can do, and artists that are just up and coming too. But for you as a writer, like people as fans, they go, why is so and so putting out another slow song? Like, why is
Oh,
they
yeah.
like why are they why can't everything just be an up tempo? Like, why can't I just have fun and dance and blah blah blah? Like
Mhm.
stuff like that for you. You're
Yeah.
putting your heart out there, and it's like everything can't just be upbeat and fun,
I was
right?
like, I'm upbeat and fun, not all the time, but
Right,
like,
exactly, exactly. But
it's hard to
but
do that.
fans think it's like, oh, all they put out is
Yeah.
sad music. But
And
for
and that's hard because like you don't want it to be where all you put out is sad music, but especially my last album, like couples therapy, like I don't know, I gave it away in the title. We're not talking about rainbows and sunshine here, but
right, exactly.
I think it's a part of the human experience that we all, of course, try to avoid because who wants to deal with difficult feelings, right? But I feel like
Right. I
that's
think
my
we all have
cross.
them, yeah. But like you
We all
said,
have them, but
no one
not
wants to come
everyone.
to the forefront.
Exactly. And like I feel like that's my cross to bear as an artist. Like, yeah, maybe I might make you a little uncomfortable and might touch feelings that are a little uncomfortable. But like if the art that I'm making isn't like stirring your soul in some way, then I'm not making good art, in my opinion.
Yeah, my clapback would always be like, as soon as you get yourself perfect, then you could start judging something.
Like you want me to do some happy upbeat songs, like all right, like I'll do them, but it's
But
in my
why does it make you feel awkward that I'm singing something that I
exactly.
don't even know you?
I was like, I could, therapy's a great place to start, girl.
Therapy?
And
No. You see, you just stream your music.
that's it.
Therapy's all
Stream it on
good.
the way to the therapist. We promote mental health. Stream it on the way.
We have the whole game plan here. I love it.
See, I feel like we've got this right
here. All right. So before I shut off my Zoom camera and let you give an incredible performance, I'm gonna put my money on it. I'll put all the chips in the middle and
you can always bet on that.
Exactly. Let's hit up all the socials that people that aren't following along and learning about you for the first time today can follow along as soon as you finish the performance. Don't stop this video now because you're watching it. Don't hit the pause button. Just let us finish talking for a couple more minutes. Don't be rude, and we'll jump into it. So let's hit up all the socials.
Yeah, so I'm Mia J, MIAJAE, and that's the same on all my socials: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the things.
There's four more probably by the time.
I know that I probably forgot, but like Mia J, and I'm here. DM me, I answer back. I'm super friendly. Like I know my songs are sad, but I'm rude. I'm a good time.
All right, so Mia, I mean, growing up in New York, Dunkin, they literally are everywhere. They have been the fuel for many of artists out there, and everybody really. So like if you have that opportunity, and we pose this to everyone that sits in the Dunkin Latte Lounge, which awfully looks a lot like our houses at times, but we still Dunkin Lounge. Who would you have a hot or cold latte with and just literally pick their brain and become BFFs with? It could be literally anyone, living, dead, cartoon, whatever the case may be. I asked an artist once and I was waiting for an artist to come back and they're like, oh, Rocky Balboa. And I'm like, what?
But I didn't even think about a cartoon. I was like, oh, I thought of a person because I would definitely think it would be an iced matcha latte.
No one gives their order, which is very
interesting. It's an iced matcha latte with oat milk, please. An oat milk matcha latte. And I would definitely have, oh my God, with Whitney Houston. What? Cut it up with Whitney? That'd be great. And if Bobby could just stroll through that.
Well, Bobby would have to wait in the car. He would have to.
Yeah, we couldn't have.
He would want to come in, but I mean, I see Whitney going, please. I'm hanging
Bobby, stay in the car, Bobby. Bobby, stay in the car.
I'm hanging right now. Please give me a few. All right, we could talk later. And she would probably get very loud too at times. You would say something and Whitney would probably go, ah! And then
I would die. I'd be like, did you hear that? Even she screams in pitch. It's beautiful.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, for everyone watching too, follow along #Dunkin Latte Lounge, DunkinLatteLounge.com. We now leave you to perform.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Eric.
was cool, I was fine, but I lied, you know, I lied, and I don't know what took so long to see what was right in front of me. You know I tossed your love away, 'cause I wanted to stray, and I still have so much to say, and I'm wishing we had one more day. Hey. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. I can't believe that it's over, so over. Yes. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. I can't believe that it's over, so over. Now all I have left are memories. In my dreams at night they're haunting me. Can't get you out of my mind no matter how I try. I'm always 2 steps behind, and I'm guessing we ran out of time. And it's my fault, I just had to play the game. Running wild, 'cause I couldn't be tamed. I fucked up and I played myself. Swear I'm bad for my own health. I saw your new bitch, she's pretty. But I wonder if you miss me. You know you miss me. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. I can't believe that it's over, so over. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. I can't believe that it's over, so over. So I'ma crack another bottle, gonna roll this shit up. Chop me up another line because I'm trying to feel numb. I should have known that one day you'd be gone. You wouldn't wait forever, wish my timing could be better. But all I can do is check your timeline instead. But you stayed in my bed the way you stay in my head. But all my messages, yeah, they stay left on red. There's so much I should have said. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. Can't believe that it's over, so over. And I'm sorry it's over, so over. I can't believe that it's over, so over. So you can see. So come and keep me company. Right here is where you wanna be. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think kind of fine. I'm thinking maybe we could be something. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think it kind of fine. I'm thinking maybe we could be something. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think it kind of fine. I'm thinking maybe we could be something. me. Think we could start off casually. Never know what it could be. Don't wanna fall in love, you see. But if you tryna roll with me, well, it might be a possibility. And I'm thinking maybe we could be something. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think you're kinda fine. I'm thinking maybe we could be something. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think you're kinda fine. And thinking maybe we could be something. I don't wanna waste your time, but I think you're kinda fine. I'm thinking maybe we could be something. Yeah. That's how I bag man through songs. So hope y'all listen to track 5. Come on, Carla. Can we get a little more, Carla? Give me a little more, get a little more. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Hey, come on, Carla. I think next up, I'm hot. Y'all hot?
Yeah, you
It's
hot,
hot. It's hot up in this spot. I'm hot up in this spot. Said I'm hot up in this. Just gonna kill me one of these days. Dang. I'm sitting here thinking about the songs left. We only got like 3 songs left. Damn. I want to thank y'all again for tuning in with me.
Live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.